Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Hello, welcome. Thank you for tuning in this evening. So happy to have you here tonight, and I hope this evening finds you well. So, how are you all doing after retrograde and then a full moon? I believe this is actually the hunter's moon that we just did. I think I told my mom it was the harvest moon and she was having trouble finding information about it. It's really the hunter's moon. I'm in the wrong month. But retrograde was pretty intense this time around. It started in September 9th, I believe, and ended October 2nd. And boy, it was a doozy. I don't know if you guys all felt it, but communication, not real great in my court during this time. It felt like everything was just out of control and hard to communicate. It feels like it's still kind of going through this last little bit of stages, but we are actually out of retrograde and back in forward motion, which is always a nice place to be. So I sat down the other night and I actually channeled something. I was going to put it on Facebook and I haven't gotten it there yet. But it was a great topic I thought that I would share with all of you this evening. So I was getting a lot of signs recently. I've been seeing a lot of caterpillars, a lot of ladybugs. Of course, I went to a dahlia field here in the Portland area and also saw a grasshopper. So I came home, of course, knew they were all signs, started looking them up, and they all were about trusting, taking a leap forward, checking your intuition, you're on the right track, all of those great things. And so I sat down and immediately started to channel about the caterpillar. So the caterpillar is saying, it's time to change, release the past, trust in what you are being shown, and all you have to do is say yes. So I thought it was interesting. So I wrote a little bit longer. And, you know, one of the things that came up, it's like, have you guys ever sat down and asked and prayed and said, I'm asking for this. This is what I need. And then all of a sudden it shows up and you go, oh no, now what do I do with this? Right? It could be a new job. And you think, yep, I want this job. And somewhere in the back of your mind, maybe you're not 100% sure you want this job. And all of a sudden, everything flows. Everything is the right timing. And suddenly, you now have this new job. And you say, oh, am I ready for this? Am I trained for this? Right? And then your little ego mind starts working overtime. And I'm laughing about this because it's been happening to me. I take full responsibility for all of my actions here. And so it is funny how these things happen. You ask and you pray and you ask and you pray for it. And then it shows up and you go, I don't know. Is that really the right one for me? Right? It could be a new house. It could be a new relationship. It could be moving to a new state. But whatever it is that you're asking for has now shown up. So what are you going to do, right? Are you going to take the leap of faith and jump into it and say, okay, it's been brought here to me. It is my asking, right? It checks all my boxes. Somehow it might not look exactly as I had anticipated or planned, but here it is. So what are you going to do with that? Well, you basically have two options. You can say yes and jump into it right off the diving board, full feet, all the way in, and say yes and see where it leads. Or you can say no and you can see where that leads. Whichever way you go, know that you're always going to circle back and the universe is going to get you back on your path, get you back on track. It just may take a little bit longer If you say no when they've brought you something, it may take you a little bit longer to get back on track, but you will get back on track eventually. So just be forewarned that the universe loves to help us all out. This is what they're here for. Your angels, your guides, your loved ones, they're all here to answer our prayers and to help us get along farther in our path. So if something you have been asking for shows up in your life, whether or not it looks like you think it should, you might want to take a leap of faith. Check in with your gut and say, is this the right thing for me to do? Try to stay out of your head, out of your ego mind, drop into your heart and ask the questions. Look for the signs, right? Like for me, the caterpillar, the grasshopper, the ladybug, they were all signs. I was even getting signs as I was driving down the road, listening to music, right? All undeniable signs that I was on the right path. Doesn't mean it doesn't make it any scarier or any less unnerving to say yes. It just means that you're listening, right? You're listening to what the universe and your guides are bringing you, right? So listen, take action, and just like the caterpillar says, all you have to do is say yes. All right. Well, we have a caller on the line. We have Tracy in South Australia. Good evening, Tracy, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Perfect. What can we do for you this evening?
I'm open to anything, really. It's the first time for me, and both my parents passed away in the last couple of years, so open to anything, please.
Okay. All right. Well, let me tune in here for just a minute and see if I can get some messages brought through for you. So there's just going to be a
Sure.
little moment of silence while I do this, and then I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
All right, Tracy. So I was immediately getting zest for life. Um, you're hungry for the opportunities. You're hungry for life in general, and you're very outgoing. And it's what I'm being shown is like the universe is your oyster, right? All you have to do is open it up and see the pearl inside.
Okay.
You have a lot of opportunities that are like buzzing around you. Like it feels like you have a lot of decisions. You're going through a lot of changes, and a lot of good things coming up for you.
Good.
Yeah. So are you looking at changing careers or anything like that? Because I feel like there's a shift that you've kind of been looking at a change.
Not changing careers as such, probably just changing work site.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because they're showing me like a shift. Like things you're starting to think about something a little bit different in the way that you make your money.
Okay.
Are you looking at starting a business of your own? or side business?
No.
Interesting. That's interesting because they're showing me that you're looking at a different type of venture. You're a healer. And this is going to take you a little bit on a different track. Do you do any energy work right now? Reiki
No.
or anything like that?
No, nothing. No.
Have you thought about doing that?
No.
So there's a way about you that that you have with people, and being around you, you're what they call a light worker, and just the presence of you being in their sight, in people asking you questions, just that you being there, showing up and listening to what they have to say. You're being that light. You are being that guidance for them. And really, you don't feel like you're doing anything, but you really are. You're spreading the joy, you're spreading the light, and people are gravitating towards you. They're showing me that, like, you have this this group of people around you. Not only do you have spirits and angels and guides and loved ones around you, but they're showing me like you have this collective sense of people gathering around you to hear what you have to say.
Okay.
You have a very strong presence, which is good. That's that part of that light within you that is pouring out and is calling people towards you. So don't stop that. It's a beautiful thing. Hang on just a minute. I'm trying to understand what they're bringing forth to me. Just a minute.
Yeah.
So they're showing me the power of your hands. Do your palms ever get hot or itchy?
No, I'm normally always cold.
You're normally always cold, really?
Yeah.
So they're showing me like the palms of your hands. Okay, they're showing me the palms of your hands, and like my hands right now are super hot and they're itchy, right? So they're showing me that the palm of your hands are very powerful. You have this energy that flows through them. Okay. And this is part of that light worker, that light being of who you are. It's like you could put your hands near somebody or up to somebody, right? And you can transfer energy through you to them and heal through your hands. Have you thought about doing any type of like massage therapy or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Check into a few of these things and see if any of these resonate with you. Okay. Like Reiki. There's also aura healing, although I don't feel that that would resonate with you as much as like the Reiki or some type of modality like that. And just read up on it and see if it resonates with you, because I think you're going to start feeling a shift around all of this. And even if you thought, oh, no, that's not me. No, no way I could heal with my hands. Well, you're starting to waken up to a different side of who you are. Okay. And so this is all part of it. You're going to start getting interested in a few things that maybe never have interested you in the past. Be open. Okay. Be open to possibilities and what you can do, because things are going to start opening up for you.
Okay then.
Okay. Healing bowls, singing bowls. Look into that, because I can see you doing, they're showing me even that, like the vibration from the bowls into your hand and out through your body. So look into what singing bowls mean and do and what they symbolize. Okay. There's all different types out there, and see if those resonate with you. Because through all these different avenues, you're going to find the right thing that resonates with you. I have both your parents here. They're just like, they're standing there on each side of you and saying, yes, this is a direction that you need to look at. Okay. Awesome. Is there anything else that I can answer for you this evening?
No, that's great. I'll look into those things and go from there.
Perfect. Well, I look forward to hearing from you and saying, oh, yes, I love the singing bowls, or I love Reiki.
I'll definitely look into them.
All right. Well, have a wonderful evening, and thank you.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Next, we're going to Monique in Sacramento, California. Monica, sorry about
that. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? I'm okay. I'm okay.
What can I do for you this evening?
Well, I've been having a rough couple of months. It started with my daughter's father being murdered, to another very close family member passing away. And it just kind of seems like everything is just going like wrong right now. I mean, including the relationship-wise with love. I just don't know if it's me being not balanced or what it is.
Okay.
I just kind of feel like I have something bad around me, some bad energy.
Okay, Monica, let me tune in here just for a minute and see what's going on. And there's going to be a little moment of silence while I do that, and then I'll be right back with you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, Monica. So the first thing I heard was these things are happening around you, not to you.
Right.
Because you're a little empath, right?
Yes.
You're kind of taking them on as your own, and they're really not yours to take on. Okay. So I think that's first and foremost. You have to be able to take a step back. You are in that position of, over these passing of these people, these friends and loved ones that you're taking on the grief of everybody else, right? And so it feels like it's your own. So you need to be able to separate from that and ask yourself, what is mine and what is somebody else's. Okay. And so a good way to do that is to ask, is the way I'm feeling right now, this grief, this darkness, this heaviness, is this mine? Right? And if you feel it kind of lift off your body and you feel a little bit lighter, it's not yours. Okay. So then you say, return to sender. Okay. And then you can ask it again. Is how I'm feeling right now mine? And again, if it lifts, it's not yours. By now, you should start feeling a little bit lighter about the situation. It may not make you feel any better per se, right? I mean, you're still obviously going to be grieving over the situations, but now you're going to be able to discern what is yours and what is not yours. And it's going to be a lot easier to navigate through, okay?
Okay.
So that's the first thing. So when you clear all those pieces out of it, and then you zero in on your relationship, right? Then that's more of something that you can digest, right? You can ask, okay, again, you can ask, is this mine? Is the way I'm feeling about this relationship really mine? Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's about the person that you're with, right? Maybe you're feeling what they're feeling, okay? And so I'm just getting that you really need to be able to try to separate what's yours and what's theirs. And then once you were able to do that,
really scary. It's scary.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can even explain this right, but like I don't know if I've had like I also keep getting this really, really bad anxiety, and I keep kind of like feeling and seeing things that are going on that haven't even happened, and then they happen, and I'm going, wait a minute, like what's going on?
Exactly.
I can't explain it, but it's really, yeah.
So what's happening here is that you're spiritually going through a shift and a change, okay? And so the anxiety that you're feeling is you're feeling spirit coming through. You're feeling your angels and your guides coming through, right? And it's very uncomfortable for the human body to understand that piece of it. And they're showing you things, right? If you're seeing things, or if you just know something is going to happen, right? They're bringing those things to you, okay? And so it's a gift. It is a gift. And you can decide how you would like to use that gift. You can keep it for yourself, or you can share it, right? But know that a lot of what's going on with you right now is that you're shifting and you're changing and you're raising to a higher vibrational level where you're able to receive things, which is really pretty exciting, actually.
Yes, it sounds like it is. I'm just kind of in tune to it. It's like you don't know whether it's going on or you're just imagining it. And I'm like, no, this is happening. It's actually happening.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And it is neat. It's a gift. And it's just, I think I was just I'm scared, but I feel a little bit better knowing that it's okay and what I can do to tune it out, or like you said, accept it.
Right.
So
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And the more you accept it, the more you take it on or take it in, however you want to say that, the more that they're going to bring to you, the more that it's going to feel more natural to you to observe all these things, okay? The easier it's going to be. So, you can also ask Spirit to bring things to you in a different way. If you don't quite understand what the meaning is or what you're supposed to know about it, ask again in a different way, or have them show you in a different way. Okay. Do you get visions or like pictures kind of in your head?
I will see I will see a vision, but at the same time I'll smell certain things too.
Yep, exactly.
And then it just happens like that. And at first I was kind of like, whoa. And then it happens more frequently, and then I go, wow, like this is really, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to have a gift like that. But it's like I was saying, I wasn't sure how to come about it, how to accept
Right.
it and be okay with it. And I feel a little bit better knowing that there's things that you can do.
Yes.
So
Yes,
I'm going to
absolutely.
start doing that.
So what I'm getting is when people um, when people step into their gifts, become a, and actually accept the fact that they're a medium, there are different types of ways that you receive. And what I'm being shown is the type of receiving that is the strongest way for you to receive is visions, is pictures or movies. And so you'll see little clips, what I will say in your head or your third eye, however you want to say that. But you'll see these little visions and clips. This is what I see as well. Okay. So that is your strongest sense coming through. Your next strongest sense I'm being shown is a knowing. And that's the hardest one to understand because you will just know. You will just know something deep down inside. You know it to be true. You know it to happen. You don't know how you know, you just know. And that's the hardest one because your brain will start going, oh, no, 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 that wasn't right. You don't know that. Well, yes, actually, you do know that because that's what spirit's bringing to you. Okay. So there are a lot of people out there who are giving classes on how to hone in your skills. I'm setting one up. I haven't launched it yet, but there are mediums out there who actually will teach you how to hone in on your gifts and how to understand them, how to create healthy boundaries with spirit so that you can be okay with all of this. So check them out. Or if you're interested,
Okay.
reach out to me on my Facebook pages or my website, wingsofsoulswithjulie.com, and I'd be happy to help you. I'll put you on a list for when I'm ready, or give you some tips and guides to where to go to find some of these resources.
Oh, good. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I feel better.
Good, good. Well, we are coming down to the
better.
last few seconds of our show, so I do have to say goodnight. But feel free to reach out to me if you have any more questions about this, and I will try to point you in the right direction.
Great. Thank you so very much.
You're so welcome. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. That does it for me. Again, my website, wingsofsoulswithjulie.com, my Facebook pages, Julie YeagerWalker Medium, or Your Time to Shine. Good night, everyone. See you next week.